How's it going? Is everything still rosy in the garden?
We're wonderful.
Welcome to Ms. Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most famous people who think of their years as nothing but numbers in love. Our ranking is based on several factors, such as the couple's popularity and their actual age gap, but we're not including celebs who have passed away.
Quit worrying, kid. You'll get back all right.
Number 50, Cher and Alexander Edwards, 40 years. The goddess of pop has never been one to conform to society's norms. Her love life is no exception. The Believe songstress is in love with a man 40 years her junior.
He's fabulous, and I don't give men qualities that they don't deserve, you know. But he's very kind. He's very smart. He's very talented, and he's really funny. And I think he's quite handsome.
This man, Alexander A.E. Edwards, is a music executive at Def Jam Records. The pair reportedly started dating in 2022 and were rumored to have separated the following year. However, Cher confirmed in November 2025 that they're still going strong. She's even close to Edwards' young son Slash, whom he shares with his ex Amber Rose. On the creative front, Cher once revealed that she has plans of making music with her man.
I picked mine, and I picked that.
That's true.
And that! He stole that.
Yeah, this was hers first, but I was like, I need that.
Number 49, Sydney Sweeney and Scooter Braun, 16 years. This romance seems to be in its nascent stage, but that hasn't stopped the internet from judging it.
The only people who do something this lame are the ones who know how lame it is, but are in the first stages of liking each other, so they're totally comfortable in their mutual lameness. Trust me.
Oh my God.
Come on.
This is so cringe.
So is saying cringe, old man.
Euphoria actress Sydney Sweeney is 16 years younger than record executive and father of three Scooter Braun. The two were first linked in September 2025 and were spotted kissing in New York City's Central Park in November. Her ex-fiancé, businessman Jonathan Davino, whom she split from in early 2025, was 14 years older than her. Meanwhile, Braun divorced his ex-wife, activist Yael Cohen, in 2022. A source told People magazine that Sweeney and Braun are seeing each other casually, but their friends are seemingly happy about their budding relationship.
I'm surrounded by the most incredibly talented and inspiring women in this room, and I think that it just motivates me to want to keep doing more and keep doing better.
Number 48, Simon Cowell and Lauren Silverman, 17 years. The notoriously hard-to-impress X Factor judge's love life is a bit complicated. He found love with socialite Lauren Silverman, who is almost 18 years younger than him. However, their tryst supposedly began while she was still married to his friend Andrew Silverman.
Simon has been friends with her husband for several years. Then she ended up coming much closer to Simon as her marriage deteriorated.
In 2013, Andrew reportedly filed for divorce, claiming Lauren had cheated on him, and it was soon revealed that she was pregnant with Simon's child. The baby, named Eric, was born the following year. Clearly, their age gap wasn't the most scandalous thing about their relationship. Cowell and Silverman are now happily engaged.
This wasn't something that I was expecting, but, you know, it's all been good.
Number 47, Ellen DeGeneres and Portia de Rossi, 15 years. This couple is so beloved that people hardly think about their age difference. Ellen was born in 1958, and her wife Portia was born 15 years later. They've been together since 2004 and got married in 2008. While they rarely speak about the years between them, Portia once told queer news website The Advocate that they have a, quote, very respectful, very loving, peaceful relationship.
Even if we have a little bit of an issue, like at some point, Ellen just looks at me and like makes a funny face at me. And so it just breaks the tension, and then we just start to really kind of unpack it.
In a 2005 interview with People magazine, the former talk show host admitted that though she forgets about her age, she worries about how it might affect their family planning. In 2009, they revealed their decision to remain child-free. Ellen and Portia have faced divorce rumors, but the couple is still together, living their dream life in rural England.
Yeah, so she's my first wife.
And only.
Well, so far.
So far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're running out of time, really.
All right, I'll stay with you.
Stay with me.
All right.
It's easier that way.
Number 46, Jake Gyllenhaal and Jean Cadieu, 15 years. The Donnie Darko star has a history of romancing women much younger than him. Taylor Swift was 20 when she dated 29-year-old Jake. Another of his exes, model Alyssa Miller, was 8 years younger than him. However, he has an even bigger age gap with his current girlfriend, Jean Cadieu.
At school, people ask me what kind of what kind of designers I've been meeting with and what kind of style, like street style. They always ask me like where I bought my clothes, so it's quite funny and I like it.
The French model is 15 years younger than Gyllenhaal, but according to an Us Weekly insider, she's, quote, very mature for her age. The couple has been dating since 2018. While the Oscar-nominated actor has marriage and kids in mind for the future, he still hasn't popped the question to Jean.
You don't bring just anybody anywhere. You're one of those guys, you keep the relationships on the down low. Mm-hmm. You're out there, man. I mean, now I see. You're in love.
I love her so much, and she's just such a good person.
Number 45, Nicolas Cage and Rico Shibata, 31 years. You know what they say, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Even if there's a good 3 decades between you and your beloved. That's right, Nicolas Cage seems to be just as eclectic off-screen as he is on it, with him marrying wife number 5, Rico Shibata, in 2021.
You know, we had built this beautiful momentum, and I didn't want it to stop. So I said, let's take it to the next level. I love you, please marry me. And she said yes, so that's what happened.
I love
on
that.
FaceTime.
At the very least, the couple doesn't seem to be letting the age gap adjust their life plans, with the two welcoming a child a year later in 2022. However, that still doesn't change the fact that Shibata is still younger than Cage's oldest kid.
I wanted to wear something gold because I'm celebrating my golden years. I'm in my golden years now, turning 60 tonight.
Does it hurt when you wake up?
No, I feel good.
Number 44, Elizabeth Gillies and Michael Corcoran, 20 years. Liz and Backhouse Mike make for an unlikely couple, but they couldn't be happier together. The pair has an age difference of 2 decades. They met while working on Victorious, made music together, and reportedly entered a relationship after she turned 19.
I moved in with my boyfriend after 2 weeks of dating him.
Good idea.
So, you know, my dad, it always works out when you do that. We're still together, so it's good.
The Little Shop of Horrors star told People magazine that she fell in love with Michael's musical talent. The two took their romance to the next level by marrying in 2020. Despite pearls being clutched and eyebrows being raised, Liz has maintained that they're, quote, best friends, which she says is what makes their marriage work.
I know what I want, and I knew that I didn't know that I would fall in love with him. I thought maybe it was just a fun challenge. I was like, this will be a good story one day. And then I fell in love with him, and I was like, oh God. And then we adopted 400 animals together, and now that we fully have a life together, obviously he's my husband, and we've been together for a very long time. And I feel very lucky.
Number 43, The Undertaker and Michelle McCool, 14 years. In April 2025, the wrestling GOAT inducted his wife, who's also a retired pro wrestler, into the WWE Hall of Fame.
You're a legend, you're my best friend, and you are, without question, the toughest, classiest, fiercest woman I have ever known.
Needless to say, they are a power couple. The Undertaker, also known as Mark William Calloway, and Michelle McCool, whose real name is Michelle Lee Calloway, have a 14-year age difference. They each had their doubts about their relationship at first. Mark was apparently against dating coworkers, and Michelle was apprehensive about his daunting image.
Then he, following me around a little bit more. Finding me in the bleachers, just having random conversations, wanting to get to know me a little better. I'm like, okay, again, it's The Undertaker. I can't say, I don't really feel like talking to you. That's something to do.
However, they fell in love and married in 2010. The mighty Undertaker adores his wife so much, he once teared up while gushing over her in an interview.
That's when I showed my hand.
That's when he's like, I'm going to let the world know I don't care. So that was it. There's that.
Number 42, John Stamos and Caitlin McHugh, 23 years. The Full House heartthrob is aging like a fine wine. No wonder his wife, actress Caitlin McHugh, fell for him despite being a whopping 23 years younger than him.
We were out.
She never watched, tell him, you never watched Full House or any shows I was on?
A little bit.
Right.
I wasn't a fan, but you weren't gonna be. If you married a fan, that says more
You're
about
right.
you than it does.
There you go. You see that?
The couple met in 2011 while filming a rather morbid episode of Law & Order SVU. They bumped into each other again during a taping of Fuller House that Caitlyn was in the audience for. They reportedly became an item in 2016, walked down the aisle in 2018, and welcomed a baby boy named Billy that same year. Their ageless love for all things Disney aside, the key to their marriage, Stamos says, is the morals and values they share.
I've had all my dreams come true 100 times over. And this was the one last thing that I thought, I don't know if it's gonna happen. And thank God, she came around and I attribute it to, straightening out my life and being a better person.
Number 41, Kelsey Grammer and Kate Walsh, 24 years. The Frasier star's fourth and current wife is only about 4 years older than his eldest daughter, Spencer Grammer. The couple reportedly met in 2009. He was traveling to London, and Kate was a flight attendant on his plane.
Humorous, funny, challenging. She's got a really good brain and is quite comfortable using it.
They quickly hit it off despite their 24-year age difference. This would have been quite romantic if only Grammer hadn't been married to actress Camille Meyer at the time.
It was messy. It's been difficult since then. Kate was uncertain about, I was trying to do something, some noble gesture to make the destruction of the marriage, the previous marriage, go easier somehow. And that was a mistake.
Their affair led to his divorce from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star in 2011, the same year he married Kate. The pair has welcomed 4 children together, their youngest and his 8th overall, little Christopher, arriving in October 2025. Number 40, Alexandra Daddario and Andrew Form, 17 years. The White Lotus star and her husband have a love story worthy of getting the Hollywood treatment. They were strolling through New York City when they passed each other on the street, and sparks flew. This was during the COVID-19 pandemic, and their first 2 dates were at the Greenwich Hotel in New York.
And then on our second date, we did the same thing at the hotel because there was nowhere to go, and he'd come into town and stay there, and I brought my dog, and the dog wandered into the kitchen, and the people working in the kitchen just sort of were like, oh, hey, here's your dog, and we just took over the Greenwich Hotel.
By May 2021, they were an Instagram official couple, and a year later, they were married. In an interview with Willie Geist, Alexandra shared that her connection with Andrew was instant.
It just clicked with Andrew. He's just a really wonderful person and very funny, and it just clicks.
Clearly, their 17-year age difference did nothing to stop them from falling head over heels for each other. Number 39, Eddie Murphy and Paige Butcher, 18 years. The comedy legend famously fathered 10 children with 5 women. His current wife, Paige Butcher, who gave birth to his 2 youngest kids, is around 18 years younger than him.
Young Max Charles is doing great.
How old is Max right now?
He's a year, just turned a year old.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun right there.
They reportedly got together in 2012 and tied the knot in 2024. Although their romance has faced scrutiny for their massive age gap, Paige has no time for the hate. She told Vanity Fair that she prefers to keep a low profile to avoid feeding into the public's fascination with her private life. That's why the couple rarely makes public appearances, though when they do, they look stunning. It seems she's grown close to her stepchildren, too.
What did Eddie say when you came down the stairs ready for the evening?
He loved it, yeah.
Being the great romantic man that he is, what did he say?
He's very romantic.
Number 38, Robert De Niro and Tiffany Chen, 35 years. We get it. It's Robert De Niro. How could one not fall in love with his timeless charms? The thing is, he keeps falling for women much younger than him.
What are you doing?
Talking to you. You get me so excited. You're more beautiful than ever when you get angry with me.
You're sick.
His exes, Tukey Smith and Grace Hightower, were around a decade younger, and his rumored flame Naomi Campbell was 26 years younger. Shockingly, his current girlfriend, Tiffany Chen, who gave birth to their first and his 7th child in 2023, is 35 years his junior. She's a martial artist and dancer who reportedly met the Taxi Driver star on the set of The Intern and started dating him in 2021. They may not feel the age difference in love, but when it comes to parenting, the octogenarian admitted that Tiffany does the, quote, heavy lifting.
It's okay.
Look at her hair, Tiffany.
Yeah, she has a ton.
Can I
did
pick
have
her
heartburn.
up? Can I
Yes.
pick her up? Say hi. Oh my God.
Number 37, Robert Duval and Luciana Pedraza, 41 years. The storied actor was almost a decade into his marriage with his first wife, Barbara Brent, when his current wife was born. Argentine actress Luciana Pedraza is 41 years younger than Robert Duval.
You think I'd have a chance?
Chance for what?
With you.
Well, you have it now.
What?
Well, you have it now.
What?
Welcome to Argentina, my friend.
They met in her home country after he wrapped up filming for The Man Who Captured Eichmann and married in 2005. She was in her early 30s, and he was pushing 75. On Oprah's Masterclass, the Tender Mercies star candidly revealed that Luciana had her concerns about the future of their relationship. She had asked him what it would be like when they grew old together, and he dismissed her apprehension by joking that he was already old. It must have been a satisfying response because the two are still going strong.
We enjoy each other's company. Love is an important thing, you know, all kinds of love. Try to keep love in a status quo, you know, and keep it fresh and alive and legitimate, sincere.
Number 36, Mick Jagger and Melanie Hamrick, 43 years. This couple reportedly met in Tokyo in February 2014. Melanie, who was a dancer with the American Ballet Theater, was performing in the city and had the chance to attend a Rolling Stones show. She crossed paths with Mick Jagger backstage, but their interaction was apparently limited to a fist bump.
I think what you see is him. Very smart, very funny, dedicated to his craft, dedicated to being the best performer he can be. It's a motivation to me to see what he puts in every day.
Not long afterwards, the musician's then-girlfriend Loren Scott reportedly took her own life, leaving Mick devastated. Months later, he started seeing Melanie, and they've been together ever since. The pair, who are now engaged and parents of one, got major backlash for their 43-year age difference. However, Hamrick says haters should, quote, mind their own business. She even told Page Six that she considers the rock star to be younger than her.
I mean, everyone's gonna have an opinion of everyone's relationship when you're in the spotlight. And as I said recently, I block out the noise. Am I hurting anyone? No. Am I happy? Yes. Is my family happy? Yes. And that's really all that matters.
Number 35, Madonna and Josh Popper, 35 years. Since the late 90s, the Queen of Pop has almost exclusively dated younger men. Her exes Guy Ritchie, Brahim Zaiba, Timur Stephens, Ala Malik Williams, and Josh Popper were all much younger than her. However, the Material Girl singer says it's not a conscious choice. Rather, the men she falls for just happen to be a certain age.
The youngest was, in the last 6 years, 22. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right. But, all right, why is everyone so obsessed?
Madonna and Popper, who is a boxing coach and once trained her son David Banda, have a 35-year age gap. Though they had a serious relationship, it did not last. Madge started dating Akeem Morris soon after, and surprise, surprise, he's also younger than her.
Age is a number.
I agree with you, and I think we're the same age, and I certainly don't feel my age. I feel like, you know, until I have to tell someone my age, or if I read it in print because they are obsessed
Until you're walking with a Zimmer frame, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Number 34, Bill Belichick and Jordan Hudson, 48 years. The celebrated football coach had lived for almost half a century when his girlfriend came into the world. All three of his children, Amanda, Stephen, and Brian, are older than her too, but that clearly didn't matter. The pair reportedly met in 2021 on a plane. By 2023, they were rumored to be together, and a year later, they were confirmed to be a couple.
That's so cute that he took his granddaughter out for subs. No, he wasn't.
Though the former NFL coach has been widely lampooned for dating the ex-cheerleader, Jordan prefers not to talk about their relationship. She once shut down questions about their romance when her boyfriend was interviewed on CBS News Sunday Morning and told an Instagram user off for a negative comment about their love. The topic seems to be touchy for her.
How did you guys meet?
Not talking about this.
No?
No.
It's a topic neither one of them is comfortable commenting on.
Number 33, Donald Trump and Melania Trump, 23 years. The President of the United States and his third wife have been together for 2 decades. It is objectively a successful marriage, which is impressive considering Donald and Melania have a 23-year age gap. The couple met in 1998 when the now First Lady was working as a model, and married in 2005.
And it was a long engagement.
It was.
Why?
Well, you know, we just had a great time and we didn't worry about it and, you know, just live lives. And Then one day, surprise.
Their relationship became tabloid fodder, and people speculated that Melania was dating the businessman for his money. She addressed these accusations in an interview with ABC News, emphasizing that she was in love with him because he was, quote, kind and, quote, charming. To those calling her love insincere, she simply said, quote, they don't know me.
Give me an example of a piece of advice that you've given your husband that he has taken.
I will keep it private.
Number 32, Woody Allen and Soon-Yi Previn, 34 years. This couple's age gap isn't the only problematic thing about their relationship. Their romance had an unconventional start, to say the least.
Is this still an ongoing relationship with you?
Yes. I mean, she's away at school, and so it's limited by that, and she has a few years to go before she graduates.
They fell in love while her adoptive mother, Mia Farrow, was dating the Annie Hall director. Previn later revealed in an interview that she despised her now husband for romancing her mother because she thought Farrow was a, quote, nasty, mean person. After their affair came to light, the Rosemary's Baby actress split from Allen, who went on to marry Soon-Yi in 1997.
Are you going to be sad to go home? You're going to miss Europe?
No. I mean, I like this trip a lot. It's been fun. We've been on the go constantly.
In a more recent interview with the Wall Street Journal, the Oscar-winning filmmaker revealed he never thought he would be married to a woman 34 years younger than him. The pair are now parents to 2 daughters, whom they adopted. Number 31, Al Pacino and Noor Alfallah, 53 years. The Godfather star and his ex-girlfriend, who's also the mother of his youngest child, Roman, are over 5 decades apart.
You would think not, but they did. I mean, it's a fact.
Noor Alfallah, who has previously been linked to other much older men like Mick Jagger and Clint Eastwood, first sparked romance rumors with Pacino in April 2022. An insider told People magazine that the pair didn't see age as a, quote, major issue. However, their love did not last, and they went their separate ways. Al and Noor are now reportedly friends and amicably co-parent their son.
Al's my best friend.
Okay. Are you guys boyfriend and girlfriend still? You know?
No, but he's my best friend.
Okay. How's the co-parenting going with him?
Amazing.
Number 30, Courtney Cox and Johnny McDade, 12 years. How many couples can say they were introduced by Ed Sheeran while partying with Taylor Swift?
Well, kind of. On Sundays, I have people over, and we have a mutual friend who introduced us, brought Taylor over, and Johnny and Gary, and that's how we met.
Cox started dating singer Johnny McDade shortly after her divorce from David Arquette was finalized in 2013. Just 6 months later, the two got engaged, but they broke it off about a year after that.
We went to this therapist to talk about our boundaries, what we could and couldn't accept about each other. There's that acceptance. Instead, he just broke up within the first minute. And I was like, what? And we were engaged, and I was so shocked.
However, by spring of 2016, the actor and rock star were back together again. Although Cox lives in the US and McDade lives in London, they managed to make the long-distance relationship work with frequent visits and plenty of Zoom dates.
Distance, after that breakup, we were apart for 6 months. That really showed us a lot, and it's just better. I mean, it's expensive. I mean, that's an expensive relationship.
Yeah, to go back
Thursday, we go back and forth a lot.
Number 29, Ewan McGregor and Mary Elizabeth Winstead, 14 years. These two actors were both married to other people when they met on the set of the TV show Fargo. McGregor played a parole officer and Winstead played the parolee he's dating.
Technically, we're not supposed to be, dating. And I'm saying it's mission critical that we keep that a secret. So when it comes to signing official forms, talk about showing your cards.
Their fictional relationship must have led to real-life sparks, because the two announced their separation from their respective spouses in May of 2017 and soon began dating each other. They had a son in 2021 and finally tied the knot in 2022. The pair has continued working together over the years, appearing opposite each other in Birds of Prey and once again playing a couple in A Gentleman in Moscow.
Forget about the shoes. No, what about your sheets? Oh, for goodness sake.
Number 28, Tig Notaro and Stephanie Allen, 14 years. Believe it or not, when Notaro and Allen met on the set of In a World, Allen had never dated women before and identified as straight. But she couldn't deny her connection with Notaro.
You should cut your hair. Stop trying to woo me by being mean. Doesn't work. You want to get a drink later? Okay.
The two bonded over their shared sense of humor and began texting each other for hours at a time. By late 2015, they were married and had twin sons the following year. It turns out that marriage and parenthood are ripe sources of comedy for Notaro's stand-up routine. Like many other couples on this list, the two have continued working together, with Allynne directing Notaro's latest special.
It's starting to feel like life is kind of normal again because we're getting sleep and we're going out and socializing. We went to a movie premiere, got home at 11. It was a big night.
Number 27, Chris Evans and Alba Batista, 16 years. This pair managed to keep their relationship a secret for over a year before going public in November 2022. They got married in an extremely private ceremony in September 2023 in the midst of Evans' year-long hiatus from acting.
That's kind of why I had to jump at it. Last year I had an opportunity there were two opportunities.
We can understand why they'd want to stay out of the public eye. Plenty of internet commentators have been critical of Evans for dating a much younger woman, but it's not hard to figure out what Captain America sees in Batista. The multilingual Portuguese actress is a devoted humanitarian and clearly has a fantastic sense of humor. Number 26, Kevin Kline and Phoebe Cates, 16 years. Many people might be surprised to learn that these two are a couple, since Cates has mostly stayed out of the public eye since the early 90s. But they've actually been married since 1989.
No, if you'd been in here, I would have known about it. People would have talked about it. Like, hey, Joy, you see what was in here the other night? My God, what a beauty.
Cates and Kline met in 1983 when Cates was auditioning for The Big Chill. They began dating 2 years later, and the rest is history. The two appeared in a couple of films together before Cates stepped away from the spotlight to raise their family. However, in 2001, the pair teamed up on screen again, along with their kids, for the small dramedy The Anniversary Party. After almost 40 years together, their love has proven it will stand the test of time.
No, someone like you doesn't come around that often. It's like a national holiday. You know what I mean? You don't forget it.
Number 25, Jerry Seinfeld and Jessica Seinfeld, 17 years.
Or is it Jerry and Jessica Seinfeld? Which do you?
Depends if it's a hospital wing or...
Either way, I guess you get in trouble.
Although their relationship began with a bit of a scandal, the Seinfelds have managed to make things work for more than a quarter century. When they met in 1998, Jerry was fresh out of another relationship with a much younger woman, whom he'd started dating when she was just 18. Jessica, on the other hand, had just gotten married and recently returned from her honeymoon. The two began dating, and Jessica divorced her husband 2 months later.
I don't know what that is, but I just know this is someone I want to spend my life with.
Wow. Okay, and I've heard...
Despite the scrutiny from the media, the couple has proven that nothing can stand in the way of two people who are truly in love. Number 24, Bradley Cooper and Gigi Hadid, 20 years. Hadid must have a thing for older actors who have a thing for younger women. Shortly after her romance with Leonardo DiCaprio, the supermodel was spotted spending time with another man 20 years her senior.
Do you really want to know?
This is gonna be scary.
Let's see.
Okay.
Okay, Google. Read me my last text.
She and Cooper were first seen together in October 2023, and apparently have been going strong ever since. Friends say that despite the 2-decade age difference, the pair have a lot in common. Both are parents of young daughters from previous relationships, and the two reportedly have a similar sense of humor. If the relationship turns out to have staying power, can you imagine how gorgeous Cooper and Hadid's kids would be?
I actually petitioned myself to see if I could, usually there's a cutoff. I wanted to make it 2 years.
A 2-year rate?
Yeah, that's what I was hoping.
Number 23, Ice-T and Coco Austin, 21 years. This celeb couple really does make us believe in love. When they met on the set of a music video, Coco fell for Ice's charm right away.
And I go, oh, well, he's nice. And he
I
goes,
said, well, baby, you take the N off nice, you get ice.
it works.
And then it worked, and we ended up here.
Now, more than 20 years later, they truly look like they're still smitten with each other. Coco and Ice have been through a lot over the last 2 decades. Ups and downs in their careers, producing and starring in a reality TV show about their lives, and of course, raising a daughter together. Yet through it all, it's obvious to everyone that Ice still loves Coco.
Everything gets low.
Yeah, talk to girl.
We're going to start getting, as soon as I start talking like this, she knows to start turning off things.
Right.
And getting everything correct.
Right.
It's about to get real serious.
See, that's my turn on. I like
there.
his voice.
Number 22, Leonardo DiCaprio and Vittoria Ceretti, 24 years. We don't know yet whether this love will have staying power or whether Leo's eyes will start wandering when Ceretti gets a bit older. That said, she's already over 25, the age at which DiCaprio tends to move on from his girlfriends.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, nearly 3 hours long, Leonardo DiCaprio attended the premiere, and by the end, his date was too old for him.
She might not have been born when Titanic was released, but the two seem to find plenty of things to talk about when they're spotted together in public. The Italian model is already a world traveler with a very successful career. We hope Leo's not just relying on his fame to keep Ceretti interested.
Who chose this photo, all right? I have a double chin, all right? Nobody notices that crap?
Number 21, Jeff Goldblum and Emily Livingston, 30 years. You might be worried that a 70-year-old man who marries a contortionist 30 years younger than him has bitten off more than he can chew. But to be fair, he's not just any 70-year-old man. He's Jeff Goldblum. He and Emily Livingston met at the gym, where we can imagine the Olympic gymnast caught a lot of people's eyes. Goldblum had the courage to shoot his shot, and Livingston fell for him.
She was doing some kind of, you can imagine.
Yeah,
it's
insane workout.
Fantastical, insane.
Yeah.
So I was compelled to go over and just ask what was happening and what was going on.
And that was the beginning?
That was the beginning, yeah.
Now, the pair have been married a decade and have 2 kids together. It's actually really romantic when you think about it.
She's my inspiration. She's my muse and garden elf.
Number 20, Elton John and David Furnish, 15 years.
Door that night, there was something that immediately clicked with him.
If we learn anything from Elton and David's love story, it's that if you're single, you shouldn't hesitate to accept an invitation to a dinner party because you might just meet the love of your life. That's what happened to Furnish when he agreed to be a friends plus one to a dinner party at Elton John's place in London in October of 1993. David and John hit it off immediately, and obviously the 15-year age difference didn't bother either of them, as David returned the next night for a one-on-one meal with the Rocket Man. The couple has basically been together ever since, creating a civil union in 2005 and getting married in 2014, a few months after same-sex marriage was legalized in Great Britain.
You feel like celebrating, you feel like letting your hair down.
Number 19, Hillary Burton and Jeffrey Dean Morgan, 16 years.
Hi, what's up?
Hey, how are you?
In May of 2009, a soon-to-be 27-year-old Hillary Burton and a just-turned 43-year-old Jeffrey Dean Morgan were introduced by their mutual friends Jensen Ackles and Danielle Harris. Danielle was Hillary's former co-star on One Tree Hill, and Jensen had worked with Jeffrey on Supernatural.
What's next? We eat.
Well, as it turns out, sometimes your friends do know what's best for you. And these two didn't waste any time consummating their relationship either, as Morgan hinted on Instagram in May of 2021. Quote, "Been with her ever since that night. In fact, 2 kids later, 1, 11, do that math. They were happy then and they still are now. So a 16-year difference clearly didn't and doesn't matter to them." Number 18, Heidi Klum and Tom Kaulitz, 16 years. As with many of the couples on this list, Klum and Kaulitz hit it off right away. They first met while Klum was in her home country of Germany hosting Germany's Next Top Model.
Okay, so the first one is Waschbrettbauch.
Kaulitz, the guitarist for the German rock band Tokyo Hotel, is, well, also German. And that connection turned out to be just one of many things these lovebirds had in common. As one source told Us Weekly, quote, "They fell into an easy rhythm really quickly. One thing they don't have in common is their age. When Kaulitz was born in September of 1989, Klum had recently turned 16. But as Klum told InStyle, besides when people ask her about the age difference, quote, "I don't really think about it that much otherwise."
I found the love of my life. Better late than never.
Also ich habe nie an das Konzept der einen großen Liebe geglaubt, weil ich eigentlich immer gedacht habe, dass es die große Liebe gar nicht gibt, bis ich sie dann getroffen habe.
Number 17, Patrick Stewart and Sonny Ozell, 37 years. It's true that they have an age gap of well over 3 decades, but since Sir Patrick Stewart hasn't aged since the late 80s, they really shouldn't even qualify for this list. All jokes aside, the pair has a sense of humor about their age difference, and they don't seem fazed by other people's opinions.
May not be a romantic comedy. It might be more of a, a Walking Dead movie, actually. As far as I am concerned, I don't know.
They met while Ozell was waitressing and Stewart was performing in Macbeth, and tied the knot in 2000. 2013, with Stewart's longtime friend Ian McKellen officiating. These days, when they're not working, they spend their free time fostering shelter dogs and looking stunning together on red carpets. Talk about relationship goals.
Patrick, would you agree with that?
Well,
Look at that
I know.
smile.
I've seen that happen.
Number 16, David Cross and Amber Tamblyn, 19 years. Did you hear the one about the young actress who hung out with the comedian 19 years older than her on a plane and fell in love? While you might think this was a setup to a David Cross comedy sketch, it's actually how he met his beautiful wife, actress and writer Amber Tamblyn. Cross has said that despite having seen one another around LA, he was, quote, slow to make any moves because of our age difference.
Blah, 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 blah. Rules 1, 2, and 3 of the pants. Blah, blah, blah. Prayer, and we hold hands.
But you also can't fight true love. And Cross has also said that from the moment they met on that plane, it was, quote, so obvious they would eventually be together. And they did eventually start dating, get married, and have a child together. Which we assume means that Tobias got over that never nude thing.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, I need you to be completely undressed.
Number 15, Dennis Quaid and Laura Savoie, 39 years. Unlike most of the other people on our list, Savoie isn't in the entertainment industry. A mutual friend introduced her to Quaid in 2019 when she was a PhD student, and Quaid says it was love at first sight.
You got down on one knee.
No, I didn't have a chance to get on a knee. She was actually taking a selfie of us, and I put the ring in front.
Really?
Yeah, I said, "Will you marry me?"
Oh my goodness.
And then she fell down.
They got married just a year later. According to Quaid, the couple barely even noticed the nearly 4-decade age difference. Now, she's a certified public accountant with multiple degrees in finance. Savoie and Quaid might not be able to bond over their jobs, but they do connect over their shared Christian faith, which plays an important role in their relationship.
Yeah, God is in the relationship, for one thing, which I've never had a relationship like that before. And she's super smart, and she's very deep. I mean, we just have fun together. We do.
Number 14, Dick Van Dyke and Arlene Silver, 46 years.
Who was I talking to?
Kate Blanchett.
I was talking to Kate Blanchett.
Yeah.
And she walked by and I said, excuse me.
And blew off Kate Blanchett.
I would not blow off Kate Blanchett for me.
Van Dyke loves to tell the story of how he met his much younger wife. And like Patrick Stewart and Sonny Ozell, Van Dyke and Silver clearly have a sense of humor about the whole age thing. You kind of have to when all 4 of your kids are considerably older than your wife.
This is my beautiful child bride, Arlene Silver Van Dyke.
Despite their age difference, the two seem to have a genuinely sweet and wholesome relationship. They were friends for several years before things got romantic, though it's pretty obvious that Van Dyke was smitten with Silver from the start. He might be old enough to be her grandfather, but they're both young at heart. Number 13, Alec Baldwin and Hilaria Baldwin, 26 years. It sounds like the IMDb summary of a romantic comedy. A soon-to-be 53-year-old man is having dinner with a friend when he sees a beautiful girl. Sure, she's 26 years younger than him, but that doesn't stop him from walking up to her and telling her, "I must know you." He gives her his number, and less than a year and a half later, they're married in New York City. Well, it isn't a movie, but the man in the story is a movie star.
Coffee's for closers only.
The man was Alec Baldwin, and the woman was the soon-to-be Hilaria Baldwin. The couple is still going strong, and have added 7 kids to the mix as well.
Then Leo, I'll let you tell it. Leo virtually smeared the cake all over him like it was in Lord of the Flies.
It was like a mud bath. It was really, it was great.
Number 12, Kris Jenner and Corey Gamble, 25 years.
Being around y'all and your mother, I think they just start jumping in day by day.
It's a tale as old as time. You're in Ibiza, you're having a good time at Kanye West's party for fashion designer Riccardo Tisci's 40th birthday, and you happen to notice the momager/mogul of the Jenner Kardashian empire. She's about 25 years your senior, but you get to chatting and a few months later, you're a couple. Come on, who can't relate to that? Okay, so no one except Corey Gamble can. And while many in her family weren't too sure about him and the relationship, Jenner was, and has remained so. Which is all that matters, right?
So if I don't have kids and the love is still strong, and we got the friendship like the current situation I'm in, then I'm cool with that.
Number 11, George Clooney and Amal Clooney, 17 years.
We had to hide for, I don't know, a couple of months because you just want to make sure, you don't want, you want to get to know each other and get to spend time with each other and not do it you know, on the front page of Hello magazine.
George Clooney was one of Hollywood's great bachelors. That was true until July of 2013 in Lake Como, Italy, when he met the brilliant and beautiful Amal Alamuddin. But while there was a pretty immediate attraction on Clooney's end, the Ocean's 11 star was a little unsure about how Amal felt towards him because of the age gap. As he told Howard Stern,
I couldn't tell if she liked me because, you know, I'm 17 years older than her, so she might have thought I was, you know, grandpa.
A geezer,
I don't know.
right.
Obviously she didn't, or she really likes grandpas, because in October, they reportedly had their first date, and in April of 2014, their engagement was confirmed. Well done, Grandpa. Number 10, Sam Taylor Johnson and Aaron Taylor Johnson, 23 years. In 2008, Aaron auditioned for the film Nowhere Boy. The film was Samantha's directorial debut, and when Aaron walked in, she found the leading man in the film and in her life.
I'm John. Paul.
And while a 23-year age gap might seem like a big deal to some, Aaron told The Telegraph UK that, quote, "When I met Sam, I'd already lived a life far beyond that of most of my contemporaries. I didn't relate to anyone my age." Now, while the connection was intense, the actor and director kept things very professional during the making of the movie.
We're blocking it out, we're composing the shot, and then I'm behind the monitor, I'm watching it, and I'm like, oh.
They still had not been on a date or kissed when the film wrapped, but the moment they were done, Aaron told Sam he was going to marry her. Number 9, Jason Statham and Rosie Huntington-Whiteley, 20 years. We'd love to tell you how these two met, but we don't know. Some reports have them meeting at Coachella, while others put it on the set of Transformers: Dark of the Moon.
What is that?
This is your new lucky bunny.
We do know that it was in 2010, and while the 20-year age gap did raise some eyebrows, Rosie has said that they, quote, have a connection that has nothing to do with age. For those curious about wedding bells, Rosie has said that she believes in marriage, but, quote, being in a happy relationship is much more important to me. And while they did get engaged in 2016, they have yet to officially tie the knot. They do have 2 children together.
You know, we definitely talk about it. We're looking forward to that time, but it's also not a huge priority to us. We're so happy.
Number 8, Elliot Spencer and Stephen Fry, 30 years.
My cousin, Lord Alfred Douglas, is here. He would very much like to congratulate you.
Comedian, actor, and writer Stephen Fry has been a staple of the British comedy scene since the 1980s. And speaking of the 80s, his husband, Elliot Spencer, was born in said decade, 1987 to be exact, which was the same year that Fry turned 30. But even though Stephen had found lots of professional happiness, personal happiness wasn't as evident until he met Elliot in 2012. As you may have expected, there were some shocked onlookers given the age gap between these two. But as you also probably expected, Spencer shot back at the haters, saying, quote, "I don't care what people think. Stephen is the love of my life, the light of my life."
I'm now a unit of 2 people rather than a unit of 1.
Number 7, Ben Kingsley and Daniela Lavender, 31 years.
I have no defense, my lord. I'm guilty as charged.
From Gandhi to a sexy beast, Ben Kingsley has played many roles over his long and illustrious professional career.
I'm not going to pull it out. You're just going to have to wait till I've finished it, as simple as that.
And the same is true for his private life, in which he has played the role of husband 4 times, including his marriage to Daniela Lavender, which began in 2007 when he was 63 and she was 32. While the 31-year age difference is a lot, it isn't new to Kingsley, who in the 90s dated Kate Townsend, an actress who was 30 years his junior. They dated, but no, she is not one of his 3 ex-wives. Number 6, Warren Beatty and Annette Bening, 21 years. If you thought George Clooney was one of the great bachelors, let us tell you that his bachelorhood does not hold a candle to one of the all-time most iconic Hollywood bachelors, Warren Beatty. In fact, Carly Simon, who has said that the second verse of her famous song You're So Vain is about Beatty, when talking about having dated the famous actor, followed it up with, quote, "Hasn't everybody?"
You're so vain. You probably think this song is about you.
And that was very true, until he met Annette Bening for lunch to prepare for their co-starring roles in 1991's Bugsy.
The way you were staring at me, I thought you were going to ask me for something a little more exciting.
Like what?
Use your imagination.
And that was it. The 50-something-year-old Beatty had found his perfect someone in the 30-something-year-old Bening. and his bachelor days were over. They were married in 1992. Number 5. Harrison Ford and Callista Flockhart, 22 years. Sure, the odds are really low that someone who's never seen the original Star Wars movies would end up married to the man who played Han Solo in those films, but you know how Han feels about odds.
Never tell me the odds.
Yeah, it's true. Callista Flockhart had not seen the films when they first met, and as she told Jimmy Kimmel, she had no idea what a Millennium Falcon was for quite some time.
You didn't know what the Millennium Falcon was?
I did not know.
You didn't know?
But that and the 22-year age difference were no match for the true love that started to bloom between these two when they first met at the 2002 Golden Globe Awards. According to Callista, she even sometimes forgets how big the age gap between them is, telling Hello Magazine, quote, "It doesn't factor into our relationship at all." Number 4. Michael Douglas and Catherine Zeta-Jones, 25 years. Douglas and Zeta-Jones share a love for each other and a birthday. Yep, Michael and Catherine were born on the exact same day, September 25th, just 25 years apart. We don't know if that amazing coincidence has anything to do with it, but the Traffic co-stars have remained one of the strongest couples in Hollywood since meeting all the way back in 1998, after seeing her in The Mask of Zorro. Douglas, like pretty much everyone else in the world, wanted to meet Zeta-Jones. But unlike the rest of us, what Michael Douglas wants, he often gets, and this was no exception.
I think it's not taking the person closest to you for granted.
They ended up meeting thanks to being introduced by a fellow actor while they were both in Europe for a film festival. They were married in 2000. Number 3. Rod Stewart and Penny Lancaster, 26 years.
I got her phone number, I'd just broken up, and I gave it to the bass player, who said, a couple of days later, I said, "Can I have Penny's phone number?" Give her a call. He said, "No, you're not ready yet." And he kept it for 6 months.
Wow. One of Stewart's biggest hits, Maggie May, was based on his experience of losing his virginity to an older woman. And while his first time was with an older woman, he has spent the years since 1999 with a woman 26 years his junior, whom he met when she accepted a dare from her mates to request an autograph from the singer. Penny was in her late 20s at the time, and was studying photography. The next night, she found herself invited to a show to take pictures of Rod. Stewart got her phone number, but didn't call her for 6 months, allegedly because it was too soon after the breakup of his last marriage. Penny and Rod eventually tied the knot in 2007.
But anyway, the rest is history.
Number 2. Sarah Paulson and Holland Taylor, 32 years. Paulson and Taylor started dating in 2015, 10 years after they first met. And no, this wasn't one of them playing the long game or trying to get out of the friend zone. This was two people meeting at a party and being attracted to each other.
Hello, everybody decent?
As the Marsha Clark actress told the New York Times, Taylor was, quote, probably the most exquisitely beautiful woman she'd ever seen. But both women were in relationships at the time. So that was that. Cut to 10 years later, they meet again, they're both single, and they start following each other on Twitter. And anyone who thinks that older people don't understand social media should know that it was Taylor, then in her early 70s, who first slid into Paulson's DMs.
Holland Taylor slid into your DMs?
She actually did.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. David Foster and Katharine McPhee, 35 years.
Them that's got shall get, them that's not shall lose.
McPhee might have been a runner-up on American Idol Season 5, but she is the winner of David Foster's heart. Although it took a while for them to get there. In fact, the two first met during her run on the show when the 22-year-old performed Whitney Houston's I Have Nothing, a song that Foster wrote.
I think Katharine has a great future.
Even though there are over 35 years between them, this meeting led to a great friendship. And Foster even played piano at McPhee's wedding when she married Nick Kokas in 2008. McPhee filed for divorce in 2014, and she and David were spotted getting cozy in public in 2017, right around the time that his fourth divorce was being finalized. McPhee and Foster married in 2019 and had their first child together 2 years later.
Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me.
How big an age gap do you consider acceptable? Tell us your thoughts in the comments.